Ladies and gentlemen, for the 952nd time, it is the Mason and Friends Show, featuring that dude called the Jew.
What have you, Etches?
As well as, for the first time ever actually officially on the show, the boy.
Yo.
Me, I am Mahoney. Welcome to the Mason and Friends Show. Ladies and gentlemen, we got a lovely game of college girls softball going on in the background. You know how we support women's sports here at the Mason and Friends Show.
Yeah, it's the World Series.
So yeah, welcome aboard.
Glad to be here.
Right on, man. I got the tag team champions sitting on the couch at the same time. When y'all grow your hair out, man, I swear to God, you look like 80s professional wrestlers. It's amazing. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to keep the boy off the camera. He's a little camera shy. Understandable. Everybody's a little camera shy sometimes. But yeah, we're here. We're ready to rock. Another episode of ridiculousness for you. Featuring the Jew's firstborn.
So I got to figure out how to get my card again. I think I'm about to expire in 2 weeks. They doing that thing over there again over there, Dio? At the gardens?
I don't think they are. I haven't seen anything about it.
I don't know if I call that dude and be like, yeah, bro, I still got problems.
I mean, if you've got the fucking phone number on the card, I would think. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know how that works. Is the number on there?
I don't know. I ain't got one.
I'd almost have to track down my original email and see what that says about it.
Yeah.
Because renewing's got to be the same process. Just give them $40 or some shit like that, and they're like, all right, you got problems.
Probably. I don't think they're very specific about it. Just acknowledge your problems, and they're like, all right, man, go get high. But you got to go to DC to get anything worth having. Although, I don't know, have you been to any of those Hello Beyonds or anything?
I just picked up some bud from them there because I was out.
That's just fair enough.
But I usually don't like fucking with their weed because
they grow it themselves,
it's
right?
not usually that good.
Yeah.
Even though it's like 28%, 25, 26%, something like that.
That's some bullshit.
It still doesn't really give me like as high as the DC weed do.
Huh. So I guess DC been doing it longer, but I don't know. Like,
I mean, I guess
here's the problem. They're a corporation. So they grow like, it might be 28%, but it's a shit strain. It's like not worth smoking.
Yeah.
So you're like, I don't really feel that high. This ain't really the real deal.
Yes, I don't know what it is, but
DC's got better genetics, man, because they got it from all over and have been at it. And it's like everybody's sort of like blending into the legal from the illegal. So they've got genetics from like the criminal times still that are still good.
06/29. Shit, I got a whole month. All right.
Oh, snap. There you go. Not 2 weeks, 4.
Mm-hmm.
Bam, bam, bam.
I sent him an email and I asked him what I was supposed to do about reapplying.
Yeah, you got to re-up. I need another year. What's you got, Doc? Man, what's up, Doc?
Yeah, because
I need another year.
I still don't need no other gun, so I ain't really too worried about that.
Yeah, I hear that. Silly world. 'Tis a silly, silly world. But anyway, so welcome aboard, Junior. What's the goods, man? How you living?
We here. We chilling.
That's what's up. All right.
Chilling.
Keeping it simple. It's nice to have you on here without having to deal with the stress of Big Mike and his absurdity.
I ain't worried about him.
You're not worried about him?
I ain't worried about him.
You ain't worried about Big Mike, huh? All right, then. Why, you ever gonna punch him like I'm always telling you to?
I don't know.
He wants you to.
Yeah.
He really does.
He ain't caught me on a bad day yet.
He ain't caught you on a bad enough day, huh?
I haven't had a bad enough day.
Damn, Mike, you gonna have to wait for some real hellacious shit to happen in this boy's life. You really trying to get him to haul off and hit you.
I always got weed, so we're in a good mood all the time. So.
Amen to that, man. Yeah. Weed makes things better.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. We agree. We totally agree.
We'd agree, yeah.
We'd agree with that.
Yep.
We'd like to agree with you. Very much the truth. Yeah, so like that's fun. That's good times. See, I got your daddy a fucking one-eyed duck with the eye patch because he be rocking the eye patch lately. You seen him running around with the eye patch?
No.
Yeah, he came on a show a couple weeks ago with the eye patch, dog.
Yeah, I don't think I just to wear it. No reason.
Fashion statement?
Yeah, no reason really.
Okay.
Yeah, I think he's got a thing for Captain Ron.
Yeah, why did Nelly wear the bandaid?
Yeah, did he have a cut on his face?
Probably not.
I don't think so.
He might have had a pimple.
All right, could be. He had his pimple in the same spot though all the time.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe they just recorded all them videos at one time, one day.
Let me give you this real
Right,
quick.
it was the same Band-Aid.
One day cut.
Yeah, could be.
I was just, oh wow. All right, let's look at that.
What, are you looking at your gambling again?
Now I'm gonna type in why did Nelly wear the bandaid. I'm not looking at my gambling. I don't really think I'm doing too well today. It was a basketball injury, bruh.
Shut the fuck up.
Basketball injury for a little Band-Aid on the cheek?
That's what it said.
He had it on the cheek all the time.
Nelly originally wore a Band-Aid on his face to cover basketball injury.
Originally, and some girl was like, "You look good with that Band-Aid on your face," and he was like, "Bet, bitch, I'm gonna do it forever."
Yeah.
E-I-E-I-O.
Yeah, and he did. He continued wearing it to honor his friend, Lavelle Webb.
He had a friend die that used to wear the Band-Aid.
I don't know why he.
I see. Like, I don't know, man.
Because he was incarcerated for robbery. Nelly wanted to show his support because he thought he was innocent.
Well, that money he made, he could have bailed him out.
No, probably not. Once they lock you up, you can't get bail. It's not the same as, going to the drunk tank for the
So
night.
if you get bailed out...
Did Nelly have that much money though? Nelly probably didn't have that much money.
What you mean?
Nelly had enough money to bail somebody out if they were got locked up for drinking and driving or something.
Oh, well, yeah.
You know what I
All the white
mean?
women listen to Nelly.
Do what?
All the white women listen to Nelly.
Yeah, it was a big thing there for a while.
Yeah.
Nelly was the man for a little bit. Which is a street sweeper. Boom, boom.
Yeah, I'm not knocking him, but I just think he would have made that much. You didn't have all that many, people weren't really paying motherfuckers back then.
Nah, they were paying. That was the best time to be in it. When Nelly was in it, like in the late 90s, early 2000s, that was probably the best time to be in the rap game. Like making real money. Like, that's why they were spinning up on them cars. They had some of them dumbass cars that were driving around in them videos, but like a lot of them were probably just people from the hood coming through. But, it was like a much better time because they were paying for record sales because records were selling. Nowadays, it's like you get MP3 streams or you're touring, and that's where you're really going to make your money is on the tour. Or maybe you get a good deal with Spotify, but you got to be independent as far as I can tell from that if you're really going to pull that off. And then have really good listenership to be able to make any kind of coin with Spotify as an independent artist.
Yeah.
But it is possible. There's some good independent artists out there making real money.
Yeah. That's where, everybody has to start out independent, really. Everybody, if you think about it.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe not everybody, but at least 90% of motherfuckers start out.
Yeah, except for, people that are psyops, like Taylor Swift or something like that.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, that's why I was going with 90%.
So you're having a bad day gambling, huh? I appreciate that you're not even looking at it. You're just accepting it and moving on.
It's not.
See now, boy, your daddy's not exactly an example when it comes to gambling.
It's not a bad.
It's
not really a bad day, but it's not a good day.
Yeah.
Say what now?
It's not a bad day so much, but it's not really a good day.
Right, but you haven't gotten a good rush out of it yet. That's really what it's about.
No, because I ain't been close enough.
It's that jolt of fucking adrenaline when you get that win. When he's like, "Yeah, man, I done bet $7 and they give me 48.
$7?
I bet $7.
They're giving me 48
and
back.
I'm getting 48 back. Big time. This motherfucker will bet $1.20 and he'll be mad. He'll be mad for the whole podcast because he's not winning on that $1.20 bet.
Yeah, he's bet 50 cents before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all he does. He bets small. That's why when I said $7, he lost his mind. You know what I mean?
Ludicrous.
To me, that seems like a small bet, but he's like, man, that's crazy. He's a big spender over there.
It's almost $10.
I'm like, that's why I don't gamble. Because I'm like looking at it like, oh, I could put 12 cents here and 14 there and have me a real interesting evening, and maybe I'll walk away with $1.25 at the end of the day.
Yeah.
And they've had a roller coaster of emotions. You're on a roller coaster of emotions, bro. Look at it. Look at. He looks at his phone and shit, bro. I'm telling you, your daddy ain't the example when it comes to gambling. He don't have a problem because it hasn't made him broke.
Yeah.
But other than that, he's got a problem.
Yeah, I just stopped buying scratchers.
Yeah, that was
So you got it in the gene too, man.
I bought a dollar scratch. I didn't buy a dollar scratcher. One of my coworkers gave me one because somebody left $10 in the machine.
See, that's how it starts, man.
And I won $100 off it, off a dollar scratcher. I was
Did
like,
you split it with your coworker?
hell no,
Did you even tell him?
no.
Good on you.
Yeah, no.
Absolutely. You keep that shit to yourself,
kept
dog.
all 10. Yeah,
That's right.
If you really wanted money, you should have kept all 10.
Bro, if they was just 10 popped out and they were mine, I'm not gonna be like, hey guys, let's split these up. This ain't Christmas.
Yeah,
Shit.
no, he said, here, you want one? I said, okay. Appreciate you. $100 richer.
I want a Benji. Good on you.
He don't work there
amazing.
anymore.
ain't nothing wrong with that. I don't think I've really ever won any money on a scratcher.
Yeah, my boss be buying $50 ones. I'm like, she'll be blowing $200 at that machine.
That is insanity.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's reckless.
yeah. But she'll walk up like almost every day with like $600 winner, or $500 winner, $200 winner.
Yeah, I can't even justify it. I did it once. I like went in there with a 5 and won 20. And they were like, you want 20 or you want a 20 scratcher? And I was like, you know what? Give me a 20 scratcher.
Yep.
Fuck the bullshit.
Yep.
This ain't, I'll play with house money
$2,
right now.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Biscuit for the biscuit.
Gives a fuck. Let's throw it down. See what happens. What am I going to do with $20? Not much. But if I win this $20 scratcher, I might do something with that. That could be a thing.
Yep.
That could be an item like a PlayStation or something. You know what I mean?
You see somebody won the Powerball in California?
Didn't
Was it
notice.
Powerball or Mega Million? But they always won it in California and Maine and shit.
There's a lot of
I
people
think
in
it was
California.
207, whatever was 207. I think that was the mega.
207 mil.
Mega
Oh, that
Millions
was
are
Saturday,
$5
so
a
it was
ticket
mega.
now.
Yeah, you talking about Saturday? Yeah, mega. Would have been a mega.
Yeah, they used to be 2, now they're 5. $5 for one ticket, one set of numbers, $5.
Yeah, you better get some real money out of that if you win. But still, it's all, man, I don't know.
That's
Too much of
that's
like
super gambling right there. Like 5 on either
one set of
your
numbers?
number,
5 on the numbers.
Yeah, 5
Okay,
either,
see-
either on yours or the numbers, man.
He's
Like,
got a distorted viewpoint of gambling.
there's
We're
so
witnessing it
many
right now.
numbers, so many possibilities. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
With me gambling, that motherfucker, like, dude's either gonna hit the ball or he ain't gonna hit the ball. It ain't much
Well,
ain't
that's the-
beside that shit.
That's
you
the
know what I
kind
mean?
of gambling you're doing.
But the fact that 1 through 99, fucking 5 times,
But you
5
would've-
ways, that's like fuck.
But you would have played it the same as me. You'd have been like $20 or a $20 scratcher. Fuck it. I'm going with the $20
I'm gonna
scratcher.
yeah, well, I might do 2 10s.
Oh, look at that. Double your odds.
Yeah. I like the 2 times or the 5 times or 10 times scratchers. I like those.
you like a
Those are-
split.
Those are really good. 3 times is really the best one I've ever found. 3X, that's the best one I've ever won with.
Purple one?
I don't know, man.
I don't know color.
Purple ticket?
But it's got the 2X, 3X, 5X,
Yeah.
10X, and
Yeah.
20X. I ain't never done the $10 or $20 scratcher.
I've only done one $20 scratcher, and it's because I won 20 on a $5 scratcher.
But you didn't win nothing off that 20 then, huh?
No,
No, it was
I've
blank.
never won off
I
$20
didn't
scratcher.
win nothing on that.
I'll put $20 in a machine, get like 2 5s and then 10 1s, or like,
Man, I'd rather go
5,
into the
10,
I'd
5,
rather go
2s.
into the goddamn truck stop and have to change out for them quarters to drop in that quarter machine to be going like this.
Oh shit!
Oh,
You say
yeah,
quarter-
yeah.
Oh yeah.
With
Seen
the
those,
arcades?
yeah, they got all the money in there and all kinds of stuff. I seen a video on the internet. It was probably AI, but it was like somebody put some money in that shit, and like it was at a casino, and there was like a stack of chips, like big money chips, and the whole fucking thing fell over into the joint. It was pretty, I'm like, yeah, that's one I'd stand in front of and throw,
Well, yeah, but
yeah.
throw $10 and
Accidentally-
quarters in
accidentally
it.
trip, bump into
You
it.
try, but them fuckers is heavy.
nah,
dog.
they made for that. They
They
made
ain't,
to
they
not
ain't
be able
doing.
to. Yeah,
They ain't doing. They don't feel nothing. Those
You
things
do
are
be able to
insane.
move that motherfucker. The alarm gonna go off on that bitch.
Yeah. Today at work, we had a real fox and a deer shopping in the damn Safeway today.
Hell yeah.
Oh, nice! It came through the stove.
With the masks on and shit, it was weird, man.
Whoa! You mean like I identify as a fox?
Like furries, yeah. Like that
Were
shit
they wearing full outfits or just face masks?
Just the face mask, but they were acting like animals. Like they were sitting there nuzzling each other and shit.
You got to
and
go.
they were no younger than like 13, 12.
No. So they was children.
There was little kids that have no business knowing what that shit is
Oh my God.
until at least high school.
That's truly strange stuff, right?
But the mom and the son were in regular like civilian clothes.
So there was a family. There was a mother with 3 children.
Mother with three kids,
And
2 girls, 1 guy, 1 boy.
The 2 girls.
The mother was walking mighty fast. So
She was in a rush.
I would assume.
All right,
that
boy,
she
let's
did
get
not
in and
want
out
to
of
be
here.
seen
Yeah.
with them chitlins.
Well, you leave them fuckers in the car with the window cracked, man.
Absolutely.
God damn. Especially if you going in there for fucking 2 or 3 things.
I'll be like, look, here's a couple of colored pencils and some fucking construction
Not
paper.
doing that. I'm like, look here, you stay in the fucking car and shut the fuck up, and I'll be right back.
But yeah, they were chilling and they were sitting there rubbing up on each other and shit. And I was like, yeah.
And one had a fox mask and the other
And
had
then one
a
had
deer
a
mask.
deer mask with antlers, like real antlers.
No.
Yes. The deli manager came up and seen him out of the corner of his eye. And he goes, I'm going to go grab the bow. I said, you need to calm down.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, you got fresh meat.
Yeah, bro, yeah.
God, that's a slippery slope too. It really is. It's
Just
so,
some antlers.
that is so fucking stupid, but that's a slippery fucking slope too, man.
Oh, no. Am I going to
Yeah,
get
she
y'all
identified
canceled?
as a deer, so I shot her with a bow and cooked her over a spit. You know what I mean? Like, she had horns. I figured I could do it. It was deer season. We were in the woods. Like,
That's crazy.
like where does it not line up? I mean, you remember Hot Shots when they had the the dude's head on the wall?
Fucking Hot Shots.
Hot Shots was the
Jesus.
shit. Boy, you ever seen Hot Shots? Charlie Sheen movie?
You talking about the first one, though? You're not talking about
Yeah,
part
that's the
two?
first one. This guy wrecks his plane into the woods, and he stands up, and there's
Wrecks his
sticks.
plane.
He wrecks his like fighter jet into the woods.
Okay.
Right, and he stands up, and he's got his helmet on still.
He was still in the plane.
He got out of the plane, but he still had his helmet on.
Okay.
But when he stands up, the first time you see him after a plane crash, he's got 2 sticks stuck to the side of his helmet that stick out like deer horns, right?
Hell yeah.
And and then you hear somebody go, "Hey, there's one over there," and he looks, and then that character's dead, right? And but then later on in the movie, they're telling the story about it. The guy's like, "Yeah, this is what happened to my dad," and then this guy's like, "I had no idea." And he shows him this family picture, and they're standing in front of the mantle, and the dude's head is on the wall.
With the antlers?
With the antlers on his fucking on his fighter pilot helmet, like. Oh my God, that's a great movie. If you want to watch an old comedy that's really, really funny, Hot Shots.
Both of them.
Hot Shots. I mean, it's a spoof of Top Gun in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
So if
But the second one,
if you've seen the first Top Gun movie, it's
I
a
haven't
spoof
seen
of
any
that.
Top Gun movies.
All right, yeah.
So just making fun of the Top
the
Gun.
second one, that's when he
Pretty
was
much.
cooking bacon on her stomach and shit.
Well,
and eggs.
oh, that was the first one
Was that
too.
the first one?
Yeah, but the second one was the one that was a Rambo spoof.
Oh, the Rambo, yeah, that's
Spoofing
right.
Rambo in the second one. Like he's shooting motherfuckers and there's like a body count going and he runs out of bullets and there's like a box with bullets in it. He picks up a handful of bullets and throws them at people and they're all like, yeah. These are great movies, man. Jesus Christ.
That's a good one.
Dropping knowledge on the young boy today.
Oh, damn, Hot Shots.
Hot Shots really was a very funny movie.
We had some classic dumbass movies back in the day.
I'm hitting this. Appreciate you.
Cool.
Right.
Down Periscope. I remember that gentleman the dude was golfing off the fucking sub.
That was a... Was that Frasier?
I think it was Fraser.
Frasier was that, yeah.
It don't work, bro. I'm telling you.
Man, oh man. He gonna make it work. There's something clogged in there. He gonna pull it through.
No,
Look at him.
it pulls fine. And the lights. What the?
Look at him, man. He working it.
What the hell?
Look at it. You gotta get airflow in that bitch.
Dude, I was
You hear it cooking?
getting
You got it
lightheaded
going
trying
now.
to hit that thing last
Yeah.
night.
You ain't sucked on enough nipple in your life, boy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, well, just don't be premature like your daddy.
I can't help it that I look good, smell
That's positive. That's the problem.
What is the problem, mister? I can't remember my
She's
cough
moist.
button.
She's leaking.
Ah, you got a seal issue.
Yeah.
Yeah, those things suck, man.
Yeah.
They all do. I don't like them little things.
Nah, I had that thing for a while.
Well, and that's the other thing. They ain't made to last for a while.
Nah.
They're made to last for like the week. Like, you better use them shits when you buy them.
Yeah, but that shit, you can't sit there and smoke on that like that all day long.
No.
90% THC, you be fucking wasted
Yeah.
like zombie by the time the
Yeah.
end of the day, bro.
Yeah, man, these things are crazy. Everybody's
is.
running around with them these days. I see it all over the place. And I'm like, God damn, you people are doing the damn thing. I thought I had it bad. I thought I was a bad one. I used to be, I guess.
Yeah.
Not so much anymore. I'm still all little on me, just doing my own thing.
Yeah.
And everybody else is out there just like chiefing down hard all the time.
Yeah, I just,
On oils, dude, that they're buying on the street a lot of the times, dog.
yeah.
Crazy. You better get that shit from a legit store. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you're gonna fuck with it, you better get one of these like tested ones. It's been through a system. You know, it's not full of like lysine glycol or whatever that's gonna fucking make your fucking brains fall out of your head in like a jelly form.
Yeah, that shit. That's why I like those dispensary ones, but they're usually like half a grammers. So
Yeah.
they really go quick.
Dispenser ones are like the only ones that are even really worth fucking with, really. You gotta go through that system if you're gonna get a cart. Right.
Yeah, my guy was telling me about he can get THCA distillate, and you can put it on. I think he said $90 for 10 grams of it, and you make your own carts with it. But you have to have like a heating pad to keep it.
Like, you gotta keep it
malleable and shit.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, there's all kinds of different stuff out there these days, man.
Yeah,
It's pretty awesome.
I bought tobacco or fucking what is it called? Vape shop weed one time. Never again.
Wow.
I
never again.
I never heard of that.
The Delta 9 shit.
It
Oh,
was
that shit?
THCA.
Oh, okay, all right.
THCA. Yeah, Delta.
Was it
9,
like a
yeah.
flower?
Yeah, it was snow
Wow.
It
caps.
looks like bud, but
It was
it's
snow caps. But every single time I smoked that shit, I would be high for like 5 minutes and then I'd have a crazy headache.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah, so I threw the rest of that shit away.
Good on you, man.
Yeah, I ain't do it. It was keefy as hell. Like, it was a lot of keef on it. But, I mean, it was snow caps, but it was not good.
Yeah, it sounds like it could be real neat, but
Yeah.
sounds pretty terrible,
Yeah,
too.
no, it was bad.
Yeah, man, they try to like take away all the good stuff.
yeah, that's just like K2. What was that? K2.
It's probably better than
back
that.
in the day.
K2 is what people used to
Yeah,
smoke
so
when
it's
they
like
were
K and a half.
when it was like they'd be
just-
on probation or
yeah,
something.
K2. That's the shit they smoke in jail. That
Spice.
makes them tweak.
Spice,
right?
Yeah.
Catnip.
Yeah.
That's the shit that makes people know on people's faces.
Some of it, yeah.
Remember there was that dude in Florida, the cop came along and
those
found some
vessels.
guy that was, I
That
think
too.
it was that too.
Those
though.
two, yeah.
Yeah,
They work
that
the same
shit fucks
too.
people up because what they do is they just keep changing the formula, right? They'll get in trouble and then they'll be like, "Oh, we'll change this thing from like 0.2 to 0.3 and flip it the opposite way, and then hey, put it back out until somebody gets on them about it. Then they flip it another way. They were just changing minor things about the composition of whatever it was they were selling.
Yeah.
And that shit, I mean, it didn't look good, and it didn't said on it not for human consumption.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it was like, this is incense. It's not for human consumption. And I'm like, I don't understand how that would even work as incense, because it was like loose, leafy shit
Yeah, I don't know.
in
Yeah.
a bag.
Yeah, I don't know how that would.
I guess you could maybe stuff it in something that's an incense burner, maybe, and then it would burn inside of that. I don't know.
Oh, no, they got this thing now that like runs down. The smoke runs down this track like a river.
I've seen
into
it
a bowl.
on the web.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Well, I think if you make the smoke cold, it weighs more. So
Yeah.
if you put it on like a piece of angled glass with a channel, and it would ride the channel down.
Yeah. Yeah. There was a shit going through my high school when I lived in Georgia. The kids called it chronic, and they would put it in jewel pods and vape it. And I did it 3 times. I knew I was doing it 1 time. And that shit, I was skipping class. I was in the gym, and my boy Los was hitting. He was hitting it a lot, and he was good for the first like 20 minutes of the class, or the last, like, there was 30 minutes left of class, so he was chiefing it. And then
He was hitting it in class.
we were in the gym. Yeah, we were all huddled in a circle
you were
in the
skipping
back
class.
corner. I was skipping. They were supposed to be there. But I would just walk into my chemistry class, set my bag down, and he'd call roll, and I'd be like, Mr. Graham, I'm here. I'll see you later. And I'd walk to gym, and then right before the bell rings, I'd come back to his class, grab my bag. He would count me as here. I passed his class. I didn't do a single thing in that class, but I passed it somehow. That was like one of 2 classes I was passing.
Goddamn, boy.
Yeah.
You've been the wild one all a long time now.
Yeah, I was stupid. But I watched him change 3 different colors. Los did. I watched him change. First he was green, and then he was white, and then he was really white.
Ugh.
And then as I was walking out, when the bell rang, I watched him. He collapsed and crawled into the locker room. And yeah, that shit was crazy. Because the first time I did it, knowingly, I had health next, and we were talking about cardiac arrest and CPR and all that other shit. My heart was beating fast as hell. So I was in the back of the class tweaking. It was bad.
Oh, Jesus Christ, dude. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't do that shit knowingly. Again.
Yeah, I never really fucked with stuff like that. Well, we didn't have vape stuff back in the day. If you were smoking when we were kids, man, you had to like really had to be smoking something.
Yeah, you were smoking cigarettes.
Or something.
Yeah, or joints.
Right, but they were things that could be smoked, not like oils in a cartridge that you could like take a little puff and like blow it into the fucking fan or something. I mean, my God, like the things I've done with vapes in my lifetime, let alone if I was in fucking high school trying to use that shit. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I remember when them shits was popping. Just my freshman year of high school was when they really started, the box mods really started kicking.
Well, like for me, like just a fucking decent cart from like a store, like at like the movie theater.
Yeah.
Bro, I was getting down in the movie theater. I'd just be like in the theater where there was not many people around, and I'd fucking blow that shit right into the seat next to me, and it would just sort of rumble under the couple of seats next to me and dissipate up into nothingness. Oh my God.
Yeah, at work I call it praying.
Getting in like the back corner and just blowing like a cloud into like the seats, bro. Wow.
Yeah, I put my vape in my hands like this, and I'll sit there and hit it, and my friends would be like, "What are you doing?" I said, "I'm praying. Prove I'm not."
Right.
And they always laugh.
Yeah, dude, that's a wild thing to be able to have had in high school.
Yeah, that's stupid, because now, I mean, nicotine's no joke. That shit is, it's hard to quit. Very hard to quit.
Well, and it's like, apparently it's like a nootropic, like it can have benefits, so it depends on your like ingestion methods too.
Yeah.
As well as like,
yeah, they're supposed to help with
how
like,
much focus
nicotine,
and things
nicotine
like that.
helps with like headaches and like brain
Well,
stuff.
focus too.
Yeah.
That's why the writer back in the day would be sitting at the typewriter banging away with a cigarette, you know, because it would like. That's why like a lot of like the sports writers and like the people that are authors and shit like that, like over the years, would smoke cigarettes back in the day because it like really got the neurons firing.
Yeah, weed does that for me. Like whenever I smoke, like when I'll smoke at work and I got shit I gotta do, I'll lock in, dude. I'll sit there and get that shit done in like 20 minutes.
Right.
Like when I worked Frozen, when I got hired for working Frozen, dude, I'd come in there blasted every day, not say a word to nobody.
Well, because you're in the freezer.
Yeah, I'll get done with the truck in like 2 hours.
Yeah, what the fuck they gonna say?
Yeah.
You got to get high to do a job like that.
Well, I gotta get high to deal with these
That's
dumbass
madness.
white people around here, man.
Man, you do sound like your daddy.
Yeah, bro. Oh my God, man.
Like,
This
can you
dude
imagine
today-
trying to run like a restaurant? This guy tried to run a restaurant with all these dumbass white people coming in there where he was burning their burgers.
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
And he'd be like, man,
white people are very particular
it's a
about their
burnt
food.
burger. That's what it is. You know, that's how they advertise it.
Char
Burger.
burger, bitch. It's char burger. It's char, right?
That
All right.
motherfucker charred up. I charred it for you.
Go to McDonald's.
It is properly charred. That's why they taught me to char
Yeah,
it.
go to McDonald's instead, bitch. Burger King right across the street.
No, they literally.
Do not give a fuck. No fucks given. No, you're
You
not
can
getting
stay in the parking lot. You can stay in the parking
You ain't get
space.
the gift certificate.
Where's the
Nothing.
nearest Burger King now?
Shit.
I'm an asshole.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Y'all had the steak and shake, Steak Shack. What
I
is it?
wasn't
Shake
impressed.
Shack?
I went up there. Steak and Shake?
Yeah,
I think it's Steak and Shake.
But it's Steak and Shake right here?
Yeah, they got one in Gainesville now.
It's been open for like 2 weeks now.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of my old coworkers works
That's
there
a
now.
PA thing, I think.
I'm not sure where they originated.
No, Steak and Shake. They got Steak and Shakes in Georgia, on the way to Georgia.
Well, it's where they originated is probably maybe Pennsylvania, but I don't think so. I feel like they're coming from the
I
West.
feel like it's a southern thing. I thought.
But I don't know. I think they come from the West
They go
Coast.
steak and cheeses and milkshakes. That's it.
No,
Steak and
burgers.
cheese milkshakes, burgers.
I got
I don't know
burgers,
if they had
yeah.
steak and steak
No,
and
they
cheese
got
or
burger-
not.
it's a burger joint.
But it is a burger joint.
Yeah, it's a
Thing
burger
is,
joint.
I went because Bobby Kennedy got him to have the tallow for the French fries, right? So I was like, let me go down there and get like the beef tallow fried fries because that's like something I'm like supportive of doing. That sounds good. But the fries are just crinkle cut fries. They're just some basic ass fries.
Yeah, they
So
probably
it's-
buy them frozen bags. They
Right,
probably
I'm
don't
like,
even
this is
crinkle them
right. It's a
themselves.
frozen bag of crinkled cut fries, and they were, they weren't impressive enough fries to tout what you're like cooking them in. Illinois.
I'm 34.
God damn, we were all wrong.
Damn.
All right then. It was a battleship. We hit nothing.
In Normal, Illinois.
Normal, Illinois. The steak and shake comes
Normal.
from Normal, Illinois.
It's broken.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm going to one of those
Yeah, it's
spots,
trash.
if I'm going to one of them spots up there, I'm going to the fucking Panda Express. Fuck the bullshit of those couple of ones right there. Like, if I'm gonna go have some shitty ass fast food, I'm gonna have it there. 'Cause Steak and Shake was not impressive. I was disappointed.
I've never been in one
Yeah.
of them.
Grand scheme of things, I was disappointed for the money and the weight.
Yeah.
I was like, fuck it, let me
It's
go up
$20
here.
a person.
It was easy that.
And the
Yeah.
shakes are not even that big.
They didn't look
real
big.
Lanes? You had lanes yet?
Lanes is all right. It's a decent deal for what it is.
$4 for a big ass cup, like a movie theater medium.
Yeah.
Of a milkshake.
Nah, they got a good deal going over there in a lot of
Yeah.
ways. But
Lane's
like,
doing it right.
if I eat that shit, like if I go have I like to get like one or two of the chicken pieces or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
and like I'll do like the wrap maybe. Like I'm always hungry after I eat there, no matter what I
Yeah.
get. Like I'm not satisfied. I'm not full. That's my biggest gripe with it.
Yeah.
Is that-
Zaxby's. You ever had Zaxby's?
Never had it.
Zaxby's it's like Lane's, but Zaxby's sauce is, they call it Zax sauce, and it's just like Lane's sauce, but Lane's uses a little more black pepper in their
Okay.
sauce.
The Lane sauce is good.
Yeah, but Arby's sauce is a little more like thicker, and it's not.
Well, you kind of sort of fast food around here, ain't you?
I just had Zaxby's a lot when I lived in Georgia.
Okay.
I was having Zaxby's
Yeah,
almost
that's
twice a
actually
week.
right here.
I think there's one in Manassas.
Oh, is there one?
Is there one in Manassas?
I know there's one in Winchester,
Damn.
but I don't know. I don't know otherwise exactly. But I swear I've seen one around somewhere on this side of things. Not Winchester, but I know where the one in Winchester is. It's across the street from the Grand Home Furnishings. Right there, across the bridge.
You see, I'm not really a big fan of Panda Express.
If
I
it's,
had that joint one time.
I fuck with it.
if it's fresh, it's good.
Yeah.
Oh,
Whatever the thing is, fresh, it's good. But other
must
than
have
that,
had a
it's
bad
a
batch then.
totally, it's a total gamble.
Yeah.
It's a complete and total gamble,
Yeah, I was over there in Fairfax doing that.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, if it's fresh, it's good. But like I say, taking a risk.
Yeah, you take it or leave it there.
Yeah. But I had some real good shit out west that was like they had the same thing. It was this honey walnut shrimp that they did out there. It's the same thing they do at Panda. And the Panda's good if it's fresh. But this shit out in Vegas, boy, woo, when I was staying with my cousin, man, I ordered that shit. It showed up like 15 minutes. It was so quick. It was like they knew I was ordering it or some shit. I don't know how close they were, but some Asian dude would roll up, right, bam, there you go. Oh shit, thank you, man. Like, I think I was just door dashing or something. I can't remember exactly what I was using for that, but like,
Okay.
they were coming right to me mad quick. It was
I
awesome.
mean, I'm sure they got mad door dashing in Vegas and fucking them cities and shit.
Yeah.
Well, this was out where the civilians lived, you know what
Yeah,
I
that's what I'm saying. If we door dash here, they door dash a lot where there's a lot more fucking populated
mean?
motherfuckers.
It was very dense. It was cool, but it was very
You
dense.
said Vegas?
Yeah.
Yeah. When I went on vacation with my girlfriend, she showed me this sushi place that her family goes to. And that place was gas, dude. I forgot what it was called, but it's in Bristow. And
Okay.
they're like, you sit down, there's like, it's not a big place. It's like in like a like how Harris Teeter's section is, that strip. It's like that, but they got the little building.
Okay.
But you sit down, and they'll give you, and then to your right's the menu, and you just mark how many rolls you want, and then tally it, and then hand it to the lady, and then she'll take 2 steps over
So
to
it's
the
like
bar.
as little talk as possible and very close.
Yeah, it's like
Very tight.
Yeah, it's a very.
But a little place like that is
but
often the
food
bomb.
the food there is awesome.
Where they can only have like 25 patrons at most or some shit like that.
Mhm. They had probably 4 big tables that can seat more than 4 people.
Right.
And the rest are 4 to 2 people.
Yeah, those can be pretty awesome.
Yeah. But they make the sushi right there. Like, you can just look left and you'll see them making your sushi. And that place was gas. I had a,
Bristow, eh?
yeah, I forget what it's called. I'll have to let you know next time I see
Yeah,
it.
let me know. I like a little sushi on occasion.
Got you. They had this fried eel or cooked eel, fried eel. But that joint was good. I didn't think I was gonna like it, but that shit was good.
Yeah, you gotta try stuff you never had before. Like I had the Polo Campero the other day, and it was fire.
Polo, where's that?
Manassas.
Okay.
It's up there across the street from the Chevy dealership. It's like some sort of Hispanic chicken. I don't know.
Salvadorian.
A Salvadorian. Right on. I mean, that shit was good. I was very impressed. Like, I'm gonna have to go back. Like I was saying last episode, I'm gonna have to go back there. That shit was real good.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that joint is fire, bro.
Yeah, your dad talked about
You
it.
went there?
Yeah, that's where I order food from there for
Oh,
work.
that's the fried chicken in the white box
Yeah,
that you bring home?
Yeah.
That's alright.
It's real good fresh. I don't know how it is after it's been sitting in the white box all day.
Yeah, that is true.
You know what I mean?
I do get cold chicken.
But my shit
well,
was...
you can put it in the microwave or the oven, bro.
My
that
shit was
won't bring the
straight.
crispiness back, dude.
Yes, that's right. My shit was
You put
straight
it in
crispy.
the oven, bro. You sprinkle a little bit of water on that joint because it's in the moisture, and you put it in the oven real hot.
Look at that. He got techniques.
Okay, my fault.
Oven real hot, as in
Oven real hot.
425,
Maybe about 400, something like that. Yeah,
400.
400, 420, something
And
like
so
that
you
for like 5-10
sprinkle,
minutes.
you
Yeah.
sprinkle
Sprinkle a
water.
little water on it, you know what I mean, to give it some moisture. We don't want to soak it, you know what I'm saying?
Right, so you don't like wash it.
Yeah, you don't
Like
wash
when
it
you
down.
microwave
You
rice,
just,
probably.
just
You just flick a little bit.
Right.
blow a little water on that joint,
Right.
get some, create steam also, you know what I mean? Moisture. But the high heat is going to bring that crisp right back.
Yeah, well, you gotta bake stuff.
And you totally don't want to recook the breast anymore, you know what I mean? Because you're just going to dry it out.
You just want it to get hot.
You're just trying to heat it outside.
It's a very like tricky
Yeah.
ride to get it to where it's good and hot.
Hit it hot and fast.
Yeah.
Roll with it.
High heat.
High heat.
Real quick.
Right at it.
Mm-hmm.
Bang.
Throw that heat at it.
Throw
Bang.
that thing on that thing.
Get it going.
Make it happen.
God damn.
Don't even need to smack it up, flip it, rub it down.
You just gotta give it that good. Throw it in the oven,
Throw
give it
right
that good.
Throw
Maybe
right
about
at
5-10 minutes,
Hit
maybe
that
at the
fire
most.
right at it.
What, about 5 minutes in there?
Don't bullshit.
Preheat.
Wait
You
till
want
it
it
starts
to be.
sizzling. You hear it sizzling?
It
Now
make-
everything you get.
Oh yeah, that is it, isn't it? That's always the technique. Listen
Hear
for
the
the
sizzle.
sizzle.
Hear that little sizzle? Don't look too high because the grease might pop up back at your ass.
Yeah.
Catch you.
Yeah. Catch you in the eye, break you down. Little gristle. Little fat snapple, crackle.
A little deliciousness in the air.
Jesus Christ, man. You hear what we deal with up on this here
Oh, I
podcast?
live with that.
I can't imagine,
Yeah,
dog.
bro. Wait till he leaves the house.
Oh, I get two hours in and I'm like, I've had enough.
Yeah.
I'll see you next week. You know what I mean?
When I wake up and he's still asleep, I look in there and I already had him now.
I'll tell you what, I would be yelling at him at that point. I'd go in there and be like,
I've almost dropped the elbow on him a couple times.
that. Right on.
Yeah, because I'll look in the fridge.
Well, you gotta wait for his leg to heal up. You can't be going at him like fucking pro wrestlers
He's
and
stealing my
shit.
food. I'm gonna have to.
I know you look like a pro wrestler. You can't go at him like a pro wrestler, man. You can't go in there and kick him in the knee.
Man, I don't know, man.
Like, you don't eat my Doritos, yeah?
Yeah,
These are
but
my
Doritos is
Doritos.
goddamn $7
These are my
now.
Doritos. You give me some money, you want some Doritos,
Yeah, I told him that.
I understand, man. You're being a tyrant,
I
dog.
walked in there.
You know what you need? You need to get a cabinet for yourself and lock shit
I'm
in
about to
there.
buy a mini fridge.
And lock it. A lockable joint.
No, because I want to see him open my
no,
fridge so I can close it right on his head.
Now you are being a. Now you're just. Now you're just agitating. Now you're just trying to cause a problem. You buy a cabinet that locks. You can lock that motherfucker and you be like, my Doritos is my locked ass cabinet.
Yeah.
Oh, you want some Doritos? Well, I'm having some right now. You should go buy yourself some
You
Doritos.
just find get a little lock for that little thing, and you can keep all the Doritos in there.
Look at that. All you need is the padlock. I know they sell them at the store. You come in here like that, then he can put it in his face.
Yeah, they can look
He
at
can
it.
put it in his face, and he's like,
It's
"Oh
glass,
damn, man,
too.
there's
That's-
Doritos in
yeah.
there," and you're like, "Yep, those are my Doritos."
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You want the key?
And
That's too bad.
that's Boom. So if he break it, Boom won't get in his ass.
Okay.
And you make that known, and there you go, cabinet. All you gotta do is buy yourself a little lock.
Yeah.
You ain't have my Doritos no more. No
You
more.
hear that, fam?
Plans have formulated to keep you out the Doritos, boy.
Yeah, I'm about a mini fridge too, man. I bought yogurts, but it's 4-pack of yogurts. The ones that you put the M&Ms on in, the little cups.
The flippers.
Yes. No, not the flippers. It's the one with the lid.
Oh, with the
It's two
lid that's got the-
Yeah, it's got the M&Ms
Yeah,
on the top. My girlfriend had one. I didn't have any. I go in there the next morning after work to have one. They're all fucking gone. The box is in there, but no goddamn.
The box is in there.
The box is in there, but there's no goddamn yogurt. Yeah, bro.
I ain't eating that shit.
Yeah, you know,
know.
that's close to the fucking rabbit food. The boy, the Jew ain't eating that shit.
Yeah.
It's close to that rabbit food shelf, yeah.
Yeah, man. It's on the rabbit food side of things.
Yeah, I was like, what's that?
Man, I ain't fucking
gonna
with
get that shit away from me.
What is that? They got collagen in it or something? I can't fuck with that. Get the fuck out of here.
Is it fried?
Collagen in it. What is that? Acidophilus? No, I can't.
It can't be cooked. It's not fried. I don't want it.
Prebiotics? What are you talking about? Get the fuck on. I'll put some chicken on the grill.
Give me 10 minutes.
Give me 10 minutes. I'm putting this chicken on the grill. I ain't worried about all that. Oh, what? You
Ain't
ate
nobody worried about that vegetation.
somebody ate your Reese's Pieces? I ain't got nothing to do with that. I don't give a damn. You better. That's funny shit, man. That you don't give a damn about. I don't give a damn about your M&Ms. What was they, peanut? I don't know.
I'd really
didn't
fuck
have
up some
none.
peanut M&M's though now. Don't get it twisted.
Don't open them up. Don't show me a bag.
I got a bag of caramels in the bed right now.
Caramels, huh?
Yeah, caramel and M&M.
M&M's?
MCMs.
The peanut butter ones are my favorite. Peanut butter M&M's.
Any M&M, I like one or two of.
I don't really like dark chocolate.
I can't get busy on more than a couple of them.
Dark chocolate.
Like, I can't buy a whole bag of them and eat that shit and be like, oh, I feel fine. Like, I'll eat that shit and be like, boo.
Yeah.
Something's wrong with me. Like, I have one or two and I'm like, yeah, we're good. Too much artificial dyes in there.
We gotta stay away from that red 40.
That's right. All them reds. All them yellers. That's why motherfuckers been drinking Mountain Dew half retarded.
Yeah.
Oh, man, Mountain Dew full of all kinds of stuff, dog.
Yeah.
They talked about it for years.
Yeah,
how
they've been talking about that.
it make you bad off for a long time.
It's supposed to turn your piss green and shit like that. And all kinds of dumb shit.
Oh, no, I drink enough water.
Well, good on you, man. Ladies and gentlemen, with that said, don't forget to stay hydrated. And we have brought this episode of Mason and French Show to a close. We would now like to thank the boy for coming on, sitting off camera, having a nice, ridiculous conversation with us. I hope we kept it civilized enough for you to maybe want to come back sometime, another time when Mike's not around. You know what I'm saying? Because we know you don't want to be on here with Mike because he's crazy. He's going to say crazy things too.
Yeah.
And that's all Mike's going to talk about when you see him. But, like, you know, this is very funny. So
Yeah, you might not want to be here next week.
I thank you for that. That would be really funny if you just avoid being here, like, week after week.
What's next week? Next week, Sunday.
But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for listening. We'd like to encourage you to listen to old episodes as well as new episodes. Like, share, subscribe. Be nice to people that look like you. Be nice to people that don't look like you. Don't be a dick. Don't forget, we love you very much. We wish you nothing but the best. And peace be with you.
Peace. Oh, wow. We're about to take...
My enemies, I call targets to shoot through. Shit, who else you know could spit out this fire like Mushu while looking